Oh, fantastic. Well, this is
So,
exciting.
where are you from exactly?
I'm from Canada, but I'm living in China right now.
Okay, so you are currently learning three languages.
Yes, Chinese, Mandarin,
Yeah.
um, Ukrainian, and I will start French very soon.
Okay, perfect, perfect. So yeah. So I was planning to go with some basic greetings, but I thought that would be a lot for you.
I got you.
Okay.
There we
Okay.
go.
So your name is Steven, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. My name is Mehlaka.
Malaka.
Yeah, yeah. Mehlaka. All right. So, like, what was your experience with learning, the other languages
Well,
that you are
Mandarin.
currently learning right now? Yeah.
Mandarin has been, how do you say this? Like a cat's claw to your eye every
Yeah.
day for the last 6 years. And
Yeah.
that has given me enough ability to talk to the delivery people. And that's about it.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, I've heard about it that it is one of the difficult languages in the world. Yeah.
It is. They're right.
All.
Whoever said that, they're right. It's a horribly difficult language. It's not impossible. There are people who know it fluently.
Yeah.
I when I came to China, I did not care to learn Mandarin. I didn't want to learn it.
Yeah.
I didn't care. I did not come to China to learn. I came here for a job. But then as I stayed here longer,
Yeah.
I understood the importance of learning the language to make my life easier. And my life,
Yeah.
I'm not sure if my life has gotten easier because of Mandarin Chinese, to tell the truth. It,
Yeah.
but by learning the language, though, I have understood a lot more of the culture. Even by studying the characters, the Chinese characters, I think
Yeah.
that was very important in understanding how the Chinese people understand something, sort of, I guess, deal with situations where I was like, obviously, there's a foreigner connection. It's not just a language barrier, a culture barrier. It's a understanding barrier that
Yeah.
that
Exactly. Exactly.
needs to be bridged.
Okay. All the best. All the best for that. All right. So let's see how do you find Urdu. This is a pretty, you know, easy to catch language.
We don't know yet. We don't know.
Yeah, people say that. My other students say that. All right. So yeah, let's first introduce you to the letters that are out there, the alphabets. So this is the first alphabets. You know that the alphabets of Urdu and Arabic, they are quite similar. There are just, 4 to 5 alphabets that are more in Urdu alphabetical order, but
Okay.
that are not there in Arabic. Rest are same. So the first alphabet that we have over here, this is called Alif, right? It's written as
Alif.
an I. This is called Alif, Alif, right? And the
Okay.
next that you see over here, this is actually not a new alphabet. Rather, we have just added a symbol above this particular alphabet. And the symbol is called Mad, Madh, Mad.
Mad. Mad. Alif mad. Okay.
Yeah. So what it does, it basically, doubles the sound of Alif, right? So with Alif, the words that we have out there, they are Anar. The picture that you can see over here, it's of pomegranate. It's
Yes.
called Anar. Anar. And
Anar.
the next grapes, right? Grapes are called Angur. Angur.
Angur.
So what Alif does, it basically, it makes the sound of A, we can say, right? All right. So just like I told you, what Alif Mad does, it doubles the sound of Alif. So over here, we'll be having two ways to pronounce, right? So
Okay.
the first word that you see over here, the picture that you see, it's of a mango, and it's called
Um.
It's called right? So double A's will be there. Next, we have an I. and I is called Ankh.
Ankh. Ankh.
For,
Ankh.
yeah, not having the need to write anything, you're pretty much grasping everything. So
Good.
yeah, Ankh.
Ankh. Ankh. Alif.
Right.
And oh, I forgot the other one already.
It's okay, no problem. So first we have Alif. With Alif we have the words like the first one over here is Anar, which is pomegranate. Another
Anar.
one is grapes. Grapes are called Angur. And then we
Angur.
have got Alif Mad. With that we have and then we have got
Ankh.
right. Okay.
And that's Urdu.
And,
All of that
yeah.
script is Urdu.
Yeah. And yeah,
Question.
the other thing is that like, yeah.
Am I reading it
must
right to left or left to right?
It's from right to left, opposite to English.
Okay. Okay, that's an important point.
Yeah, and Arabic is also from right to left.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah, next word, other words that we are going to learn today, there will be 4 more words that we'll be learning with these 2 alphabets. Just one alphabet, I'd say. So they are, fire is called Ag.
Ag. A-G-H.
Right.
Ag.
A-A-G.
A-A-G. Ag. Ag.
You can say A-A-G-H, right? Ag. Perfect. So next is eggs. Eggs are called ande. Singular will be anda. Right. Singular will be anda.
A-A-N-D-E.
A-N. A-A-N-D-A. Spelling is up to you. You can, make a spelling of whatever you like.
I
Whatever
wish
makes
Chinese
remember
was similar to that. You can write whatever characters you want, but it's not true.
No, actually, thing is like because we are learning it in Roman, right? We'll be writing it in English, so it's up to the the learner. They can make the spelling, whatever is will help them in memorizing the pronunciation, right? So I would write anda with A-N-D-A.
A-N-D-A.
Right? And
Anda.
and the plural will be A-N-D-A-E, ande.
Ande.
So that is how I write. Yeah.
Okay.
So you can,
Ande.
make spelling of your own, right?
How would someone else write it?
Maybe A-N-D-A, just like you said.
Anda. If someone wrote it differently, how different would the pronunciation be?
Well, what happens that when we type, say, for example, in WhatsApp, then the pronunciation is, what the learner has learned, what we have in our mind. Say, for example, I'm a native speaker, so I know what the pronunciation is, no matter how somebody writes it. Right? Even when we chat on WhatsApp, so we write spellings differently. I may write something, in a different spelling. You may write it in a different spelling, but the pronunciation just comes in our mind. We know, how the thing is kind of pronounced. So yeah, that's how it goes. And if you go for the Urdu spellings, if you write with these letters, then obviously the spelling is going to be same for all of us. But right now, we are just learning the lenient version, which is using the English alphabets, the Roman alphabets. So yeah, we can write, we can use the spelling, whatever we find suitable. All right. So we had some more words, so I thought let's move on to the next alphabets. We'll talk about, there's no need of talking a lot of words with just one alphabet. So next we have these 5 alphabets that are out there.
5.
This is called Bay group.
B group. Okay.
Bay.
Ba. Bay.
Spelling I am writing B-A-E. So Bay group. The first alphabet that you see over here, this is called Bay. Okay? This alphabet, this is called Bay.
On the right side.
And the most interesting thing, that a new learner finds while learning Urdu is that, right now what has happened that English words have been incorporated in Urdu a lot, right? So some of the Urdu words, they seem outdated for us. So we don't use them anymore. Say, for example, when it comes to the Urdu word for bag, bag is called basta, right?
Basto.
But nobody, yeah, basta, Basta,
Basta.
basta. But the thing is that the most interesting thing is that nobody calls it basta nowadays because we just call it bag. And I think that maybe, the new generation, 50% of them wouldn't even know that it is called basta. They just know it by the name of bag, right? So just like this, you'll be finding a number of words that are out there and, which have been replaced by the English words. We don't use the Urdu words nowadays.
Question. Which generation are you? Are you the new generation or the old generation?
I belong to Gen Z. Yeah, not not that new, not that old. Yeah. So
So you would say
okay.
bag.
Yeah, I've never said basta in my whole life. When I started teaching and then I came across this particular book and I was like, how should I teach it? Like, what's basta? What's the
Basta.
meaning of bag? Yeah.
All
Okay.
right.
All right. Next we have a goat. Goat is called bakri.
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 Right.
Bakri. With a K. K. Bakri.
Yeah. Bakri. Right. Next, the next alphabet that we have over here. Okay, so the bay, it's clear that the bay makes the sound of B, right?
Be.
The
B.
next alphabet that we have, yeah. The next that we have, it's called pay. Okay, it makes the sound of P.
Pay.
Yeah, it makes the sound of P. So the picture that you see first, it's of a kite. A kite is called patang. Patang.
Patang. Tang. Patang.
Yeah, perfect.
Python. Python.
Patang. Patang.
Patang.
Perfect.
Patang.
You're pronouncing it correctly,
Patang.
the first pronunciation was correct.
Question.
Next, yeah.
How do I say I have a kite?
मेरे पास पतंग है. मेरे पास पतंग है. Right. This is how you say it.
Very different. Very different. What? One more time.
मेरे पास पतंग है.
मेरे पास पतंग है. मेरे पास पतंग है.
मेरे, that should be मेरे. MERE. मेरे पास पतंग है.
मेरी पतंग.
Right. That should not, the first word should not be मेरी, it's मेरे.
मेरी
Right.
मेरी पतंग है.
मेरे पास पतंग है.
मेरे पास पतंग है. Okay.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So the next word that we have over here, it's fan. Fan is called pankha.
Pakang.
Pankha. PANKHA. Pankha.
Panka.
Right. Yeah. All right. Now we are moving ahead. We have got, hold on. How should I write over here?
Meri pas panka hai.
Right, perfect. You're catching it so well. Good job.
Not really.
Yeah, it was a good attempt. Okay. So next we have the next alphabet is called Te. Te. It makes the sound of T. Now here the thing gets tricky for a beginner. An English speaker, maybe I don't know whether this sound is there in Mandarin or not. So this is called Te. It makes the sound of T. So the interesting thing is what over here. Te, right. This Te and this one over here, the next alphabet, it's called Te. Both are written similarly. I'll have to write TAE for them, but the pronunciation is different. First one is Te, the next one is Te. Okay, so we'll figure out the pronunciation while we are moving ahead, with the words. All right.
Te and what was the second one?
Te.
Te and te.
Right. You are catching it, but the English native speakers they find it pretty hard to catch it.
I hear that all the time with
Okay,
Mandarin.
okay. So we have a lock over here. A lock is called tala.
Tala, tala,
Tala.
tala.
Right. Perfect.
Taela.
I think you will be able to understand any language that is out there just because you're learning Mandarin. So you're
Mm,
going to
a 30-minute
every language
class
is
is very different than fluency. Very different.
yeah, it's but because I have been teaching for 2 years and I have taught number of Britishers, Canadians, and Americans. They can't even pronounce these words properly because it's difficult for them to catch the words.
Hmm.
Right? That is why I'm saying, and yeah, they find it difficult, and you are just catching it, and just when I say it, and you are able to say it properly. So next we have butterfly. Butterfly is called titli.
Tetli, like the tea.
Titli.
Tetli,
Yeah, Titli. Titli.
tetli, tetli.
Right, right.
So we got
So now comes the
bai,
next.
pai, tai, tai, pai,
Be,
pai, tai, and
be,
tai and tai.
be. Right. Be, pe, and te.
Bei, pei, tai.
Do you remember any of the words that we just did?
Backpack was baku. Goat, I forget. Kite was patang. Fan was pashan. Lock
Pankha,
was pangka. Lock was
right?
tailak.
Tala,
Tala.
tala,
And butterfly was teteli.
titli, right?
Tetli.
Titli,
Tetli.
and bag is called basta, but you don't need to memorize it because we don't call it basta nowadays. We just call it bag. All
Well, with
right.
this beard, I'm going to call it basta.
Okay. All right. So,
Meri pas
right,
basta e.
right, right. Next we have te. This alphabet is called te,
Te.
and with that we have tomato. A tomato is called tomato.
That sounds English. Tomate.
Yeah, tomato. Tomato,
Tomater.
and then
Tomater.
television is just called TV, just like we call it in English, right?
TV.
We
Fantastic.
don't have we don't have a word. What you guys don't call it TV. You guys don't call it TV.
Well, we as in like Canadians call it TV, but the Chinese call it dian shi. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a
All
TV.
right.
Dian shi.
All right. So the next alphabet out there, this is called say. It's a say. It's not just the S sound. It's somewhat different to that. Say.
Hey, te.
So we
Oh,
say.
se,
Say somewhat S sound. We can say yeah.
se.
So right. So we have fruits. Fruits are called summer.
Summer.
Summer. But this word is not used in colloquial language. This is just just a bookish term. Uh, in colloquial language, we call it phal. Fruits are
Pal.
called phal. Phal.
Pal. Pael. Pal.
Phal. Phal.
Phal. Pal. El. Pal.
Right. Phal. Right. You're
Al.
pronouncing it
Pal.
correctly. The spelling is
Pal.
up to you.
Hmm.
You can make a spelling of your choice. Right. So
I'm
let's
glad.
move ahead to next. Let's see what next we have got. All right. Okay, so these alphabet that you see over here, these are the gene group. Gene group,
G.
right?
Gene.
Gene, gene. So we have, I was just trying to write down with the text feature, but I don't know why I'm not able to do so. Okay, yeah, I got it. Gene,
Jim. Jim.
right.
Okay.
So this is called Gene, the first alphabet over here. With that, we have a ship. Ship or an aeroplane, both are called
Boat.
jahaz.
Jahaz. Jahaz.
Jahaz, right,
Question.
right.
Are there accents in Hindi or Urdu? So is it jahaz or is there a
Yeah,
specific
yeah,
tone?
like jahaz, I don't say that, it's not like jaha with this particular word I'm talking about, but in particularly, say for example, people who belong to different localities, they have different accents,
So if
right?
went up to someone and says I have a jahaz instead of a jahaz or jahaz, is that a difference in meaning?
No, no, no. This is not how this is not how the pronunciation, the difference in pronunciation works. Everybody will call it jahaz, but there are some other words, where that will be different. Say, for example, I have adopted a neutral accent because I have been studying in New Delhi. I stayed there for almost 7, 8 years. So that is, I have a neutral accent. But if you talk to somebody who belongs to my place where I'm from, then they have got a different accent than to the people who are from, New Delhi, or and we have got a lot of dialects, I would say.
Mhm.
People belonging to Bihar, maybe I've heard about it, Bihar, and then people belonging to Uttar Pradesh, that's called UP, that's a state. All of these are a state.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
yeah, it's people have different accents, right?
But not
What
different
I'm
tones. Different accents, no
Yeah,
different tones.
tones will be also different. Tones will be also different, but I'm just talking in a neutral way, which is the usual way of our Indians talk, right?
Okay.
And the other thing that I wanted to tell you is that it's not like, the people are just sticking to, some are sticking to Urdu and some are sticking to Hindi. Thing is that Hindi and Urdu, there will be, few words that are different, right? But if we talk about, how people communicate, the majority of Indians, then it's kind of a mixture of Hindi and Urdu, and they are, both of the languages are quite similar when it comes to talking, right?
Question. What would
Yeah,
be the big difference between Hindi and Urdu?
the big difference is the alphabets, the script, right? The script, and then as I told you, there will be typical. Say for example, if I talk about teacher, what's teacher called? Teacher is called ustad in Urdu.
Ustad.
In Hindi, he is called adhyapak.
That's a lot more.
Adhyapak. Right.
Adhyapak.
So what I was trying to say is that there will be different words, when it comes to some words, but right now when we talk about the colloquial language that is popular in India, it is the same. Urdu and Hindi, you won't even notice if you talk to
Mhm.
somebody. Say for example, I'm a native Urdu speaker, but I talk like a native Hindi speaker. All right, and I also have read Hindi, so yeah, I also teach that.
Hmm.
So yeah, the next word that we have over here, it's a jug, we can say, so it's just called jug in Urdu as well, right?
Jug. Uh,
Yeah.
jug. Jahaz. Jug.
Okay. Next we have this alphabet is called J.
Che.
CHAE. J. With that we have a sparrow. A sparrow is called chidia.
Chirio.
Chidia.
Chiria. Chiria.
Chidia. Chidia.
The spelling has changed. Chiria.
Well, when we pronounce the alphabet that I am just talking about right now, the ra sound, this is called re. And when we pronounce that, we add di for that. Ds, sorry.
Mm.
We add ds. But when I teach, students get confused, so that is why I've written for that. So yeah, it's called Chirya. Moon is called Chand.
Chang. Chand.
Right.
Chand. Do you accent
Chand.
the D, chand, or is it a soft D, Chand? Chand.
Chand. Chand.
Chand.
Softy. Right.
Chand.
Yeah. Okay. So next we have this alphabet. It's called Hey.
Hey.
Right.
Jim, che, hey.
Yeah. So the picture that you see, these are of confectioners. They are called halwai.
Hawaii. Hawaii. What is it?
Right.
Cooks. Cooks or chefs?
Confectioners, not
Confectioners.
cooks. Yeah.
So they make candies and sweets.
They are just making, the Indian sweet dishes right now.
Mm.
Over here you can see. And this is
Mhm.
about, this is kind of a enclosure where water is kept. It's called
Mhm.
hose.
Ho- Hose.
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 Right.
Hose. Hmm.
Next we have Khay. This alphabet is called
Hey.
Khay.
Jim,
Khay.
che, hey, k. Hey.
Right.
Hey.
Perfect. It's a melon. Melon is called kharbuza. Kharbuza. Kharbuza.
Arbuza. Arbuza.
Kharbuza, right.
Similar to
And
Ukrainian.
all right. What do you call it in Ukrainian?
Arbuz.
You call it kharbuz. All right.
Arbuz. Yes.
Okay. So rabbit is called khargosh.
Argosh. Argosh.
Right.
Arbuz. Arbuza. Arbuz. Argosh.
Khargosh.
Argosh.
Right. Okay.
Meri Khargosh hai.
Right. I have got a rabbit as a pet. मेरे पास खरगोश है. Just like that, you can
Meri
say.
paas Khargosh
मेरा
hai.
पेट खरगोश है. मेरा पेट
Meri pa.
खरगोश है.
Meri pe Khargosh hai.
Yeah. So just try pronouncing the words that we have done so far.
Jim, chai, hey, hi.
Hey. Hey.
Hey,
Hey.
hey, 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 hey. First word jahaz, jug, chirira, chan,
चिड़िया.
chiria, chan, Hawaii, house, harbuza, hargosh, hargosh. Meri paas hargosh
Right.
hai.
Yeah. That's confectioners are called halwai.
Hawaii, Hawaii,
Halwai.
Hawaii. Do you say the I
Right.
at the end or no? Hawaii,
Yeah, we say it. We say the I. Halwai.
Hawaii,
Because
Hawaii,
I have written Y-I at the end, so it won't be halwai, right? It's halwai
Hawaii.
because that's how, I've become accustomed to
Meri,
writing.
Meri
That's the
paas
spelling
Hawaii
I've become
hai.
accustomed
Meri paas house
to.
hai.
Right. So how was your experience with the alphabets that we have done so far?
Oh, it's such a different pronunciation, different alphabet, different everything. Oh my goodness. How many years would it take me to learn this language?
Well, I can't say. I'm not sure how many years it would
Starting
take.
from zero. Never, this is my first contact with the language. How long
Right.
how long would it take a middle school or an Indian student to learn the language?
Well, I'm not sure about it because, say, for example, my students who have been studying with me, who have been meeting, say, for example, 1 or 2 days a week for 7 to 8 months, they have started learning the tenses now.
Mhm. And what about foreigners? So people who don't grow up in the Indian culture, language,
Yeah, I'm talking
society,
about Native Americans. I'm talking about Americans.
6 or 7
Like they
months.
No, because it's up to the student. She has always been busy and she didn't put much efforts in the languages. So whenever I met her, whenever I met her in the class, I used to just revise all of the previous lessons a lot. So now she has come to the sentences part. It's because of the fact that I had to revise everything again and again. And
Oh,
once she went for a leave for maybe 1 or 2 months, and then when she came back, then I revised all of the lessons that we have done so far. So yeah, it depends on the student,
hmm.
right?
Last
Depends on
one
the student.
question. How do I say hello, goodbye, and thank you?
Hello, goodbye, and thank you. Oh, hold on. Let me just share a slide with you. Give me a second.
Don't tell me it's the same words. Hello, bye, thank you.
Give me a second. Let me just try downloading. Okay. So, you know what happens that Muslims, I'm just talking about Muslims, what they do, they just say Assalamu alaikum,
Assalamu alaikum.
right? Assalamu alaikum for hello, and wa alaikum assalam, and you're just responding to that particular hello, which means both of these things mean peace be upon you.
Peace be
Right?
upon you. Okay.
And if you say like goodbye, then you have to say Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Allah
May God
Hafiz.
protect. Right? May God protect you. And thank you
Question?
is just shukriya. Shukriya.
One question. Is there a non-religious method of saying goodbye in Hindi or Urdu?
Non-religious method is just bye.
Bye.
Okay.
Okay.
You just use bye.
Okay. All right. And sorry, thank you was what again? I missed that.
Shukriya.
Tukriya.
Shukriya.
Shukriya.
Shukriya. Shukria in Urdu, and which is also used by Hindus. In Hindi, it will be called dhanyavad.
Okay. Shukriya. I remember that. Shukriya.
Yeah. Shukriya.
So, alukayum assalam. Alakayum assalam.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalam alaikum. Wa alaykum alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. This is an Arabic term.
Right.
This is an Arabic term, right?
So
that is why it's difficult. Assalamu alaikum. Yeah, we can also say salam, right?
Assalam.
When we text, when we text, we just say salam. SALAM, salam.
Do you do this?
Right.
Salam. Salam.
No. Yeah, we just shake hands. Right.
Okay.
We just say salam. Okay.
And then thank you was shukriya.
Shukriya. Shukriya.
Shukriya. Shukriya. Okay, teacher. Shukriya. Malaka.
Shukriya, Shukriya. Shukriya, Stephen.
Shukriya. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.